So what we're trying to do in the Oklahoma Creativity Project is to establish a statewide collaboration, effectively. It isn't that we're trying to just get one or two big projects off the ground. The thing about creative thinking is it can happen anywhere, in any field. And our policy is, so to speak, to encourage 1,000 flowers to bloom. There may be great projects up in the Panhandle, there may be great projects in the south of the state, as well as in Tulsa or Oklahoma. There may be great projects in sport, as well as in science or technology, as well as in music and theatre, as well as in business. So what we're encouraging people to do is to come up with initiatives in their own field of work, where they are. But what we're trying to do is to put people in contact with each other, so there'll be a kind of cross-fertilisation of ideas. Because part of the problem is people aren't aware of what else is going on, and therefore how they might partner. And already I think the success of the project has been in putting people in touch with each other, not because they're like-minded, but because they're trying to achieve something similar. In fact, very often the best work comes from people who don't think in the same way, but can find a way of working together. So collaboration is certainly at the heart of this. Nobody has a safe ticket into the future. So being able to innovate, to come up with new ideas, to be flexible, to ride the change and help to shape the future is absolutely critical. But of course it's not just about business and the economy. People need great places to live, great places to educate their children, and great personal opportunities. So the Creativity Project is about all of that. It's helping to develop and harness the huge capacities in Oklahoma for great ideas, for new thinking, for new business opportunities, and for great cultural provision, so that Oklahoma becomes a player in the 21st century. What Oklahoma is attempting to do, almost every state in the Union is trying to do. There's a national initiative now called Innovation America, because every state in the Union recognizes that the things that have worked so far may not sustain regions or the country in the 21st century. But I think there's a unique opportunity here in Oklahoma, partly because it's not overpopulated. If you go to a big state with a huge population, it's harder to shift things. In Oklahoma, what may be seen as a weakness is actually its strength. There is a relatively small population with some focused areas of population as well, some strong urban areas, and some really key leaders here who can help to, I think, focus and galvanize a process that would really accelerate change in Oklahoma if we get it right. And I think if we get it right, then many other states in America will be beating a path to the door of Oklahoma saying, how did you do this? Is there a model here we can learn from? And it's not just Oklahoma. There's a network of creative regions around the world, which I hope Oklahoma will join shortly, and they're fascinated to know what's going on here. So I think with the will and a commitment and the right set of processes, what's happened in Ireland, what's happened in other parts of the world could certainly happen here in Oklahoma. It won't happen overnight, by the way. It won't be in a week or a month or a year or 2 years. It will take time. But the question is that, is to commit to the process. As soon as it begins, the curriculum will start to evolve. And I think there's an opportunity here that doesn't exist in many other places currently.